All right, guys. Happy afternoon. How are you doing? Great. All right, guys. We're going to go through the slides. We got a lot of stuff to go over, and then we want to have some discussions around some of what you guys have going on in your market. So if you haven't grabbed lunch, feel free to get up and grab whatever you need. There's sandwiches, chips, cookies, drinks. So you know the drill. We're going to start with our slides. All right. To build careers worth having, businesses worth owning, lives worth living, experiences worth giving, and legacies worth leaving. And of course, God, family, then business. And our Y4C2Ts. All right, what bucket fills? I know we haven't met in 2 weeks. We were in Austin for a week with all the TOs. So huge thank you. I'll start it off with me to Shania and Mia for holding down the fort. They did an amazing job. And of course, our compliance and brokers and PC Dawn. Just really appreciate everyone while we were out. Yeah, Cassidy.
I'm going to say you, Shania, and Liz for just being very supportive and helpful. And yeah, just being
So welcome. That's what KW family is all about. Yeah, Shania.
Thank you for Mark Smith, Joyce, and Liz King for being on my career night on Thursday. I really appreciate you guys' perspective.
Yeah, it's awesome. And we had, what, 5 people? Yeah, it was awesome. Good one. For sure. Awesome job. Yes.
I want to thank you, Focus Title, because I know I've been just so much fun to work with lately. And thank you, the compliance as well, because of the Joyce.
Love it. Love it. All right. Anyone else? A bucket fill. For those of you that are new and don't know what a bucket fill is, it's just saying thank you. It's simply that. Filling someone's bucket. Maybe they opened a door for you, hosted an open house, got you out of a jam, helped you out with a buyer, maybe answered some questions, gave you some marketing materials that you didn't already have, and it's just your opportunity to say thanks. Yes, Shanice.
I would like to thank you and all the lovely people who signed my card and sent me flowers. I'm in a troubling time, so I appreciate that.
You're so welcome. We hope things get a little bit brighter.
Good to have you back. Good to be back. All right.
All right, guys, we will move along with the office update. So we have a couple new welcomes. Deshana, welcome. And then welcome back, Daniel Nye and Ali. So congratulations and welcome to our family. And congratulations for graduating from productivity coaching, Jen Biro. Hey, guys, there's some sandwiches and chips and stuff in there. All right, guys, Red Day is fast and furiously approaching. So go ahead and make sure you guys have signed up to volunteer. We have 171 registrations, but I know we can totally break 200 or more. So if you have not signed up for Red Day, this is your opportunity to give back. To me, this is my absolute favorite day of the year when it comes to KW. Just being able to give back and being able to volunteer your time. To me, that's what it's all about.
Where do you drop shoes off?
So downstairs, we'll take some of in that bin, the like tan colored barrel looking thing.
By the booth? By the phone booth?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, is it over by the phone booth now?
Make sure your shoes are in like a bag or a box or something, because we're going to have to load them and carry them in and just lose shoes everywhere all the time.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah. Bags would be amazing. So if you tie them up in bags, that make it easier for transportation. And then if you haven't signed up, like I know I'm doing a manual MKE and Camp Whitcomb. So I think I'm in one morning and then the afternoon the other. You can sign up for multiple locations. So if you guys have any questions at all, let us know. But make sure you guys get signed up. And then Focus Title is, why did that go away? Cinco de Mayo Lunch and Learn next week. And it's actually on Cinco de Mayo. So we're super excited for that. May 5th, and that's at 12 o'clock. So if you guys have any questions, let me move this little guy so it's not blocking the QR code.
I wish you were having my reviews.
Aren't you in charge of it?
I am not. Sadly, I have no control.
Make that wish come true.
Dana,
I think she's giving us hints
I
to
mean,
bring this.
Dana's got that slushy.
why will this not move? What is going on?
All empty.
You can just click and drag anywhere.
I know, I've never seen it do this before, though. I've always been able to just hit hide, and it goes away, and it wouldn't do it. All right. I know, it's fine.
I'm just here to solve problems.
Are you? Are you here to really encourage people to vote for you, or are you here to?
Oh, that's what it is. That'll be in a minute.
All right, guys. Fraud crisis, how fraudsters are winning the war and how we fight back. So Night Berry title, May 2026, is going to be talking about...
The lunch alert.
Yes, that's what they're going over next week. Okay, sorry, that was a little not apparent. Did you have anything to add to that?
I don't, but I will take the next slide.
Okay.
So we are asking across the board, if anybody's ever covered or manned the front desk, you know that some days, especially at 4 o'clock in those prime times, the front desk can get a little chaotic. We're finding it's a little hard to place people sometimes when they come in, because you have to remember in transactions there are so many people that show up for the closing that may have never met you or met your customer. So on SCADA, we're just asking that if you're adding an appointment to the calendar, you're putting a property address on there, because a lot of times they're not going to know the name of the agent, but they are going to know the property address that they're coming for. So it just really helps everyone that's up front at that front desk know where to place your customer. If you can also put if it's a closing or a pre-sign, because that also makes a difference for us as far as where we put people, if it becomes one of those everybody showed up at once for a closing kind of thing. So we're just helping, asking for a little help from you guys when putting things on SCADA so that we can make it seem as smooth and seamless as possible when people walk in.
It's better. It's honestly a better experience for your client too when they walk in. You know, it helps us just be a little bit more prepared.
And
so
if you have a closing with Focus, I take care of doing that every morning. I go and put closings on the schedule. So if you have a closing with Focus, you as the agent don't have to worry about putting it on the calendar. But if you're working kind of outside of that, just know like the more information you can put on there, the easier it's going to be for your customer when they walk in.
100%. Did anyone have any questions in regards to that? Nope.
So, like, don't be afraid to book an hour.
Yes.
Especially if you know you have an FHA or VA loan and it's just like it's gonna take that extra time to get the funding done. Like, don't be afraid to book a full hour.
Yeah, because we're not even in busy season, guys, and it's getting busy. So it's a good problem. You guys are killing it. All right, we have lots of successes to go over, so we're going to start off with the Home Run Club. So congratulations for our March home runs. Alfredo Medina, Brad Parent, Dan Schmidt, Don Shipley, Emily Walzak, James Krickeberg, Jeremy Reidners, Joe Singsheim, Katie Nikimic, Liz King, Nicole Lasaki, Royce Fortier, Ryan Marr, Terry Lewis, and Tony and Charisse Jean Greco. So congratulations. All right, guys, Emily had a stellar month. She did over $5 million in closed sales volume in 1 month, so that's a huge accomplishment. So congratulations. She was also #1 in the region. I think it was like 16 closings, so something crazy. Katie, heck yeah, 2 million plus, same thing, closed sales volume. So that explains why you apologize to Focus. No. All right, Steph Sosa, congratulations for $1 million plus in month closed sales volume. Heck yeah, that's awesome. And Miss Karen Nemeth for $1 million plus in sales volume. And Taylor Kulik for $1 million plus. Go girl. And Dan Callis for $1 million plus. We had some big deals, guys. Royce in the back for $1 million plus. Terry Lewis for $1 million plus. Let's Go with $3 million plus in closed sales volume. So congratulations to the whole Let's Go team. And Level Up, $2+ million. Heck yeah. All right, Mine Right Realty Group, $2+ million. And Reliance Real Estate, $2+ million. A lot of big numbers, guys. Crickerbirds, $2+ million. And Simplified Realty Group, $2+ million. And Wisconsin Premier, $2+ million. Although they don't get a clap because they're not up here. No, I'm kidding. Medina Real Estate Group, way to go, guys. $1+ million in closed sales volume. And Schmidt Group for over $1 million in closed sales volume. All right, so here's the numbers in all comparison for March, the way they stack from individual: Emily, Katie, Steph, Karen, Taylor, Dan, Royce, Terry, Amy, and Liz. Congratulations, guys, for being in the top 10. That's a huge accomplishment. And then March team volume, Connected Real Estate, Bumgarners, and Pinnacle Group. So congratulations. And then March group volume, Let's Go Realty Group coming in on number 1, Level Up, number 2, Mine Right, number 3, Reliance, number 4, Krickeberg's 5, Simplified 6, Wisconsin Premier 7, Medina Real Estate, The Schmidt Group, and Team Smith, Wisconsin. So heck of a month, guys. Awesome job. All right, year-to-date volume for units. Individual with Emily, year-to-date 22. Katie coming in at 10. Callis at 7. Liz King 6. We've got several tied with 5. Karen, is it Marisha? Steph Taylor and Pat Cotter. And then Amy Ryback with 3. So congratulations, guys. And then team, we have 3 with Connected, Bumgarner 3, and Pinnacle 1. So congratulations, guys, with the team numbers. And Let's Go Realty Group, 25 units closed. That's awesome. Level Up with 20. Heck yeah. Mine Right 18. You guys are killing it. Medina 17, Reliance 16, Krickeberg's 15, Wisconsin Premier 11, Schmidt Group 10, Team Smith Wisconsin 8, and Goodland Collection with 5. So heck yeah. Big numbers, profit share numbers was 6,725. Altogether, we're at 105,688. Which is amazing. So we are celebrating KW profit share amongst KW MKE, and so we have done over $2 billion in profit share as KW as a whole, which is huge, and then 6.2 million alone in profit share just from MKE. So that's huge. Big, and that's you guys. That's nobody else but you guys and all the hard work that you guys put out there. So that's a nice economic impact that you're putting out there. You should be super proud of yourselves. All right, see if I can get this to play. Maybe. All right, so I'm sure you've seen some of the marketing. Are you back there dancing, Nicole? Or do you have a question? Okay. We were super stoked to be the #1 workplace in Southeast Wisconsin again, recognized by the Milwaukee Business Journal. It was a fun event to go to. And again, really, it truly isn't about the trophy. It's truly about the people. It's because of you guys and everyone in this room that it makes it an amazing place to work for. We built a culture where agents are supported. Yeah.
We were the #1, like, for this.
Yeah.
There's another person that I know posted that they were the #1.
No,
And
we
I
got
was
the
so
#1.
excited.
Okay, so wait, hold on. There's 3 categories. There's small business, medium, and large. We're #1 for
I didn't
large.
say anything, but I was like, interesting.
Yep. We'll clarify that. We got the biggest. So there's one company that overall takes it all. We took it all.
Fantastic.
Yep, and we have in all the years past that were listed. But
And I waited to post this because I didn't want to, like,
nope, you can post it. But we are the large #1
awesome.
winner. So there is a small category, a medium category, and then a large. And we won first in large. We're the big daddy. There you go. Yep. So again, we built a culture where agents are supported, challenged, and set up to win, where growth isn't optional, it's expected, and where no one builds their business alone, and it shows. So truly, we're excited to be the #1 large company in southeastern Wisconsin. So again, if you post this slide, you'll be good. 6th year in a row earning top workplace recognition. And again, this is driven by agent feedback. So it's because of you guys, and the culture, production, and support is unmatched experience. So we do have assets. If you guys want to scan the QR code, if you want some of this stuff to be able to post. Is it working? It's not working? All right, we'll get with Willis and find out, or the team, and figure out what's going on with it.
What's the zip file?
Yeah, we'll get it up on the recap for you guys.
Hey, while Lisa's coming up front, don't forget to vote for.
We have slides for it.
All right.
Thanks, though.
Well, Nevin doesn't come up here, so.
We got you covered, don't you worry.
Okay, just a couple things. So, if you're all paying attention to your every email you receive ever, then you know there's a new record. There's just a minor change on it. The old question for F7 and E7 would be on the vacant land. F7 is on the non-vacant land. Are you aware of restrictive covenants or deed restrictions on the property? All they did was, on the new version, add a little bit of explanation behind that question. because a lot of times people aren't really aware, like they don't know what a deed restriction or restriction covenants are. So there's a little bit of extra text there to help a seller look and consider how they want to answer that question. That's the only change. You don't have to go back and have people re-sign. Like it's just for new listings going forward, use the new form. It's in zip forms. Yeah.
So I have a listing, he already filled out a condition report, but we pushed back his go live till like the end of May now, just to be able to get his house more ready than we thought. Can I kind of redo it?
At this, I don't. It doesn't sound like you have to.
I mean, it's dated.
Does he have a deed restriction?
Yeah,
I'd probably say no.
It doesn't look like you have to. Like if you get, I don't think it'll be a problem. If you think it's easy enough to have them redo it and you want
Kind
to,
of a fun person to work with, so.
just leave it. Just leave it. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Did this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. A reminder about CE. It is a continuing education and license renewal year. So, was there booing? Wow.
None of you guys can continue to do real estate if you don't get your license renewed.
Yeah.
So there's that. So, I mean, we can just hold all the checks.
Yay to being able to get paid. So,
Yes.
if you like getting paid, then
Yeah, let's
yay.
try this again. So, yay!
Okay, and I don't know, maybe you'll learn something. Like sometimes sometimes it helps to have a refresher. So
There's comments.
email me or Sarah your certificate of completion. It's probably everyone just saying yay to getting paid, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I'm not bringing it back up
No.
right now.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
If we're new this year, do we have to do it?
Yes.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wisconsin does it on a strict, like, everybody's on the same schedule.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay. Any other questions on that?
So if you didn't hear, for those of you guys that are online, if you're new and you recently got licensed, you still have to do your CE classes by December 14th and get your certificate to Sarah and Lisa.
Yep.
So what is everybody doing with their certificate?
Sarah and Lisa.
Thank you.
Yay. You can do that. You can do that too.
You can have a dance party.
Okay. We talked a little bit about this last time too, but just as a reminder, Sarah and I were talking about things to go over with you guys. Sarah usually reviews your opportunities. I do that when she's on vacation. But when you take a listing and offer compensation to others, you need to either A, provide a compensation agreement to agents who wish to draft an offer to purchase, and the compensation in that case is not on the offer to purchase, it's just on the compensation agreement. Or B, amend the listing contract to remove compensation to others after you've accepted an offer to purchase that includes compensation on it. It cannot be in both places.
Right.
If it's on the listing contract, it should not be on the offer to purchase. If it's on the offer to purchase, it should not be on the listing contract. So, I'll tell you, almost no one does A. A we don't see, but if you would prefer to offer compensation to others in your listing contract, then you should also be using the compensation agreement and providing it to agents who want to write offers.
And I definitely feel like the norm is like nobody ever calls and asks anything about
No,
compensation. They just put it in.
Yep.
So like,
Yep.
I just always leave negotiable in my contract because I don't want to have to do that.
Yes. Yes, you can absolutely leave compensation to others blank or negotiable on your listing contracts. And then a reminder that for testing contingency and follow-up inspections, you can only perform testing if the testing contingency is included in the offer to purchase. So we've been hearing some rumblings about home inspectors just going ahead and doing some testing while they're at the home inspection. They cannot do that. So I think as a best practice, it's not a bad idea to inform your home inspectors whether or not testing is part of the offer to purchase so they don't just go ahead and feel like they're being helpful and do it for you. Another thing, sewer scopes are outside of the scope of a normal inspection contingency. So if your buyer desires a sewer scope, write it into the inspection contingency. There's those blank lines where you can put in like, oh, I'm gonna look at the swimming pool or whatever. Put a sewer scope in there. Yes, Tony.
Can you just give a few examples for all of us of what would be considered a test versus just part of a regular home inspection?
Sure.
What are the most common things that
Yeah.
you guys see as that would fall into the testing category?
Yeah, we talked
Yeah.
about this yesterday.
Yeah, so testing, like, probably mold's the most common. So if a home inspector has like some kind of mold test strips or something and they pull a sample on it, that's testing. They can look at it with their eyeballs and say that looks like a microbial substance or whatever, but they cannot like take out a test strip or sample it in any way. That's not allowed unless you have the testing contingency.
Sue.
I think that definition is in the offer. It says something about taking a sample of
Yep.
the air, dirt, and then sending it to a lab and getting a written result.
Yep.
That would be a test.
Yep. So I'd say mold's probably the most common thing. There are home inspectors who do offer mold testing, and they might be doing it like without you knowing about it.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
just-
Drain tile test too, somebody said that, I know it's a big one because.
That's something that's
you might go to a
destructive.
Follow-up inspection, but then it's
Yeah.
gonna be a
Yeah.
follow-up test.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like sewer scope can be a follow-up inspection. Drain tile test can be a follow-up.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
With VA, do you have to add the testing in there because technically VA requires the wood boring insect test for the inspection? Is that
You
considered part of that?
no, you can just hopefully if you're VA, everybody should be using the GMAR Addendum A. So we really want everybody to use the GMAR Addendum A with every offer to purchase they write, and the GMAR Addendum A has the VA insect testing in it.
Just to make
So
sure, because I've had pushback on that it's like, oh, well, there's no testing, but it's on the addendum.
It's-
but-
Yeah, just point out that it's on the addendum.
Yep.
A.
Yep, for sure. So make sure you've I believe there's a checkbox for VA financing, so you want to check that box.
One thing of that note too, and I've seen it, I dealt with this recently. On the offer to purchase, the way it states with home inspection, us as the real estate agent, we technically don't have to go to the home inspection. And I said that to an agent, that, and she was, no, you have to be there. I'm like, I don't. Read it on the
No, you
home
may.
inspection. Correct.
Yeah.
And she was adamant. I mean, and it was kind of like the same thing. I had it recently where my seller did want an agent there, and I tried telling that agent, and it was a different office with KW, and she like refused to go.
Sure.
So,
Yeah.
how do you navigate that? Like, should we have it in the private remarks prior if a seller is really like adamant about having the agent with them?
I would have it on the accepted contract.
Okay.
If there's something your seller insists must happen, then have it on the contract.
Okay.
Yeah.
So isn't it kind of weird though that like technically a licensed agent has to be the one who accesses the property?
I agree on that.
Because
Yeah.
isn't that a little bit of a gray
Yeah.
area that maybe we
And
get some
most home inspectors
clarification
aren't
on?
licensed
Right.
real estate agents.
There are
Yeah.
some. I have had some inspectors that hold their broker's license just for accessing.
Sure.
But isn't that where if we just give the access information to the technically in the offer to purchase it doesn't require for us to be present, but it does require for a licensed agent to access?
A home inspector license
Yeah.
allows them to access properties. The
Boom.
home
There you go.
inspector license does not allow them to accompany your buyer without you. That's the difference. So if the buyer's going, agent must go. Now, which agent? I don't know. I'm sure Dawn has 50 PC agents that will love to go to a home inspection for learning purposes.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
An agent has to accompany buyers. Buyers cannot be unattended, and the E&O coverage for an inspector does not cover the buyer.
Got it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Good
Kathleen.
Inspector can go alone.
Yeah, but it's best practice to go.
Y'all are all in
Just-
trouble if Kathleen's ever on the compliance team.
Yeah, yeah. Just so you know, okay. Do you have to go? Maybe not. Should you go? Yes. So you don't want to be finding out secondhand how things went. You want to be there. And then proof of offer presentation. You guys all know how crazy it's getting, and like all the bidding wars that are out there, and people are getting.
We're getting a lot of just little emails,
Yeah.
messages, things here and there
Yeah.
about, again, we talked about this with the ALC, there's a lot of multiple offer situations going on. You know, we're talking 15, 20 offers coming in on a house. We talked about how many, I mean, we had some pitted up against each other in the office,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
At the end of the day, there are some agents out there, not necessarily with our office, with other brokerages, that are requesting proof that you presented the offer to the client.
Yep.
Because they don't believe that that's the reason that their client didn't win the offer. you're all going through the same thing, because I've heard it out of every one of your mouths. You know, I'm going up against 20 offers. I'm going up against 15 offers. My stuff's not getting approved. We're going to talk about that in a second. But
yeah. So just, know that if an agent asks you for proof of offer presentation, you do have to provide it within a reasonable amount of time. What's reasonable? Like, that's a little bit subjective, but we feel like within 2 days.
2 days is kind of what we came up with.
Seems pretty reasonable. Like next week, next month, not so reasonable. But so give it in a timely manner. Proof of offer presentation can be a copy of the offer with the presented by lines filled in, and it can be initialed as rejected by the seller, or it can not be. It can just be presented by. Because some.
So just to get clarification on what you're saying is that if we get 10 offers, all we need to do is either personally or someone in our admin team put in the date and presented by on the other 9, so that we can just like send them.
You can do that.
Right.
It
doesn't necessarily have to be actually signed.
No, it doesn't have to be signed.
That's where it's like it's already overwhelming for a lot of the sellers when they're like having to review all these offers, and they're doing multiple counter offers, and be like, oh, and by the way, I need you to initial 17 offers. They've all been presented.
No, I agree.
So like if it makes sense to have the seller to initial and reject the offers, do that. But like in that case, it's like, or you have an elderly seller, like they're gonna initial 17 rejections. So you don't have to have the seller respond to it. You just have to show that you presented it. And then the proof of offer presentation can also be just a written statement sent via email saying when the offer was presented and what action the seller decided to take.
I know many of you guys do like a cover sheet too. Like I've seen Jay's Kickerberg's before, where he has like a spreadsheet where it lists out like all the offers that they're being presented with, and that way they have a clean sheet to be like, hey, this is what I'm picking. You could even technically, I've seen agents take a screenshot of that and add it onto like the actual, just to say this is what in an email to say this is what you received.
Can't do that.
No, we wouldn't give the information of the details of the other offer.
No, not to the agents, to the client, just to be like, here's a copy of all the offers you're receiving.
Oh yeah, you should. I mean, you if you're making a spreadsheet of the offers, you should give it to the client.
Right.
But yes, do not
share offers to the other agents.
Do not share that spreadsheet of offers with the other agents and be like, here's why you lost.
No, definitely not.
Don't do that. But yes, a copy of the presented by offer, or a statement describing when you presented and what the seller chose to do. And
100%.
I think that's about
the compliance phone number.
That's about it. There's our phone number. Hooray!
Is everybody using the app now or the phone number?
Yep. I think so.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Marketing and tech updates.
Hi. This will be quick, and Jolene will love it. Okay. Marketing and tech updates. So, Canva, built for everyone. Just a reminder about what's available in this Canva. Specifically, Canva has a lot of AI integrated into it now. So if you haven't been in Canva in a while, there's a lot of cool stuff you can do with it. We're actually on Thursday, the Tech-Powered Agent Workshop, that's either in person and Innovation, or you can jump online, Google Meet, is going to deep dive into a lot of that Canva AI functionality and how to utilize it at a higher level. But the Canva AI is really there to help learn your specific style, like how you like verbiage, what fonts you really like to use, what colors you really like, things like that. So get to know Canva a little bit deeper Thursday at 11. Let's see. Again, the website for the KW Enterprise account is canva.kw.com. and you'll log in with your command credentials. We do have some step-by-step instructions if you want to migrate things over from your personal Canva into the KW account. But they did release the ability to create your own brand kits in Canva through KW, so you can go in there and start building out your fonts and your colors and your logos, things like that. Battle of the Vibes. So congratulations to all of our winners so far. So Battle 2 was Veronica and Rashadim, and then Battle 3 was Ratina Cooper team and Allison Maris. And then coming up for Battle 4, we have Wisconsin Premier Realty Group versus Wisconsin Haven Realty. I know a battle in our own office, right? This is going to be...
Which is rude.
You know, it all depends on who signed up, how we can figure it out. So, and then also our second battle for this week is Charlie Walker versus Level Up. Oh, I know. So, you have 24 hours starting at 9 a.m. this morning, so you have until about...
Have you guys seen these yet?
Yeah.
They're hysterical. Go in and vote. Give them some love.
Just a few teasers, Level Up versus Charlie, and then also Jolene and Wisconsin Premier. So
Where do we find these?
they're on our Instagram.
Yep, and I think I
Would
keep
you like
sharing.
me to email it to you, or?
My admin goes on my Instagram, so I'm like.
Yeah, so you got to go on Instagram. You got to go on the KW Realty MKE Instagram. It's in the stories. It has the first 2 videos and then a vote, and then the next 2 videos and a vote. So.
She sent it to you anyways.
Once you vote, you can see who's in. No, you can see like who's in the lead. So, but you have to vote first.
It won't let you.
So.
It does if you can if you have multiple.
In her defense, she wanted it known that she's up here for the meeting every week and someone else chooses to sit downstairs for the meeting.
Okay, so we have a really big important announcement to make as well, in that your Keller Williams DocuSign accounts are being sunsetted in July. What does that mean for you? Okay. For most agents, it doesn't mean a whole lot. You'll still use zip forms, just so the e-signature piece inside zip forms will be AuthentiSign, not DocuSign. AuthentiSign's the e-signature piece from Lone Wolf and zip forms.
It's honestly better.
If
Wait, that's what I already use, right?
all right, guys, time out. Back to me. Hello, back to me.
We're gonna do the kindergarten thing. Clap once, you know.
I know. It's very hard to talk. Okay, so most of you in this room, there's not a big change. You're just going to use AuthentiSign when you're in zip forms. Okay. I know there are some agents that use DocuSign rooms at a really high level, especially if you're on a team. I understand that. Let me know if that is you, and we will help navigate that transition with you, because we've got some other things we can talk about. Okay? So if you use DocuSign rooms at a really high level, please let me know. Everybody else, if you use zip forms, not much is going to change for you. Okay? We are going to have some trainings on the calendar in May, so watch for those. We'll record them, we'll get them out to everybody, and then I'm always around as well. It's going to be in July, yeah. So we have some time. Yep.
So one thing I love about DocuSign is like I can log into DocuSign and make a correction or swap out a document or whatever. Can you do that with AuthentiSign?
I'm not sure.
Yes.
Yeah, you can?
If somebody knows how, let me know, because I tried using AuthentiSign and I have something that I need to get back, and the person's getting reminders constantly.
Yes.
And I can't find it to do anything with it. So please let me know how to fix that.
Okay.
Email me your questions, and I will try to get answers. I'm learning this along with you guys, okay? All right. I know. Okay. Training and education. So the MREA podcast was recently Timeless Principles Behind a $1 Billion Career. Highly recommend, if you haven't been tuning into the MREA podcast, that you start. Just as a reminder, coming up, we will have Jason Abrams in June, so get to know him through this podcast.
Do you all memorize the date? June 23rd.
He's coming here.
Yes, he's coming here to Milwaukee just for you guys, so you need to save the date.
He's not able to stay for the softball game. Sorry. Productivity coaching in the month of May. We have a lot of exciting things. Lucas Hine is going to do a 411 and AI workshop. We are going to take a field trip to new construction, and then we're going to talk about some of those additional addendums. Productivity coaching is open to anybody, so if you ever want to swing by, get a little bit of extra help, Thursday mornings at 9 a.m. Also for PC agents, we have an exciting, fun thing where you can win prizes. I'm going to send an email out about this today, but just keep an eye out for your email. And then Brewed for Success is coming up next Wednesday. This is an investment 101 mastermind panel. So there's going to be a lot of guest speakers, lunches provided. They're going to start right at 9 a.m. here at the office, so please be early. And
to reiterate, when they did this last time, it was like an intense high-level class, so this is breaking it down a little bit more if this is an interest of yours.
Okay. You can also bring non-agents with you. If you have clients that are starting to become investors, they can come, your family, your friends.
Becky, did you have anything you wanted to add on it? No?
You guys
Good.
are great.
And then this is that 411 workshop I mentioned. It's going to be Thursday, May 7th at 9 a.m. on Google Meet. I'll send a calendar invite out to everybody with the link as well, and it'll be on my weekly email. But
Teams, I would highly suggest you get everybody on this so that they can be held accountable to doing their 4-on-1s correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's a maps coach. He's going to be pouring into you. There's going to be lots of time for Q&A as well. And then I had a discussion with Charlie last week, and he's made the decision to make the investment in you. So we are bringing Marcus Green for free now for everybody to Zufari on May 19th. So no excuses not to come. It's from 9 to noon. This will be in place at team meeting, so we will not have a team meeting that day. And he's going to be really giving you a lot of hands-on workshop implementing AI into your business.
AI is not going anywhere, so I highly suggest you get in the room. It should go somewhere. Well, it's here to make your life easier.
We have a blood drive coming up at the end of May 29th, 9 to 1. It'll be downstairs. So please register, and then we'll get you some smart plans and stuff where you can send it out to your database as well. You want to talk about that?
Brandon, you want to talk about this
Oh,
for
yes,
a
I
second?
would love to. So I'm just going to stay seated. It's fine. So West Allis a la carte, I met with the executive director of the West Allis bid, and she offered us a free tent at West Allis a la carte if we can get 10 people to sign up as volunteers for one of those like 2-hour stints or whatever. If you can do trash pickup for an hour and a half, you can come talk with the 12,000 people that attend the event at our tent.
So it's a really good opportunity for you guys to get in front of the public for just volunteering your time. For most of these shifts really look like an hour and a half to 2 hours. So a great way to get out there and have real face-to-face conversations with people.
What day is this fall?
Friday.
Sunday, June 7th.
Sunday, June 7th.
Yeah.
Yep, 11 to 5. But
Ideally, I
you
want
would
to
just
know by Friday who is signed up. So scan the QR code if you're interested.
Yeah, and I highly recommend you wear like a shirt that says "Ask Me About Real Estate" or your logo on it, or something that is going to help do some talking for you.
You want to network with people.
This is your chance.
Great
At no cost.
You want some leads? Here's your chance. Okay. Kathy, do you have a question?
Yeah, can you go back? The 19th, sorry, from 9 to 12. So then are we still gonna have a team meeting?
No, this will be in place
of
team
team meeting.
And then are we still gonna have an ALC meeting?
That well, we got to figure out. Yeah.
We'll talk to ALC about what's going on that day.
Okay. Thank you. That was my question.
Do you want me to go through this? Sure. Okay. Did you guys hear the news yesterday?
I'm sure you did because it was everywhere.
There's no news.
No news.
Okay, so don't worry. I won't say anything that Charlie's not approving of. Okay. So the name of the game is who can grab as many relationships with clients for listings, right? That's what your job is, and that's what's happening underneath us as well, okay? So for the longest time, there was really only 2 relationships that an agent had, right? It was with their brokerage, who they're branding themselves under, who that umbrella is, and the MLS, right, as our information gatherer, correct? Mm-hmm. Then the MLS and the brokerages kind of like form this triangle, right? So the agent gave information to the brokerage gives the information to MLS gives information back to brokerage, and so on and so forth, okay? Then Y2K, and we got the internet, And then everything changed. And now we have portals, okay? So this is your online portals, your Zillow, your Realtor, your Trulia. And so now we've kind of evolved into this three-dimensional triangle, that's how we say, where MLSs are competing with portals. MLSs are competing with brokerages. Brokerages are competing with portals, right? And at the center of it all is the agent and their relationship to the client and the listings, okay? So when you hear of news of Compass buying certain brokerages, or what happened with Real and Remax yesterday, know that it's over the relationship of the agent to their clients, okay? So I'm not going to get into a whole lot of this piece of it, because I'm not Charlie, so I don't explain it as well, so we're skipping it. And Charlie will be with us next month as well, but he can deep dive into some of this with you as well. So Compass acquired Anywhere. This was about a year ago when the news dropped. It was finally done back in a couple months ago. And then yesterday, Real and Remax. And what happened yesterday was that Real had about 40,000 agents worldwide. And they knew that they were either going to be bought or they had to figure a way to add more headcount, okay? Remax, based upon their franchise structure, was in about $440 million in debt as a brokerage, as a brand. So it was kind of one of the worst kept secrets amongst brokerages that Remax was probably going to be bought out. The question was just who was going to fork up the money, okay? So Real saw an opportunity where they could add listings, right? And Remax saw an opportunity to wipe their debt. So that's what happened yesterday, okay? Then there was a lot of talk about the stock market. And if you notice, Remax's price actually went up because they just wiped out $500 million worth of debt, right? So now they're valued higher. Versus Real tanked a little. Well, I mean, went down about 48%. Now it also is like pennies, like $1 versus $2, because they just assumed almost $500 million in debt. Okay, so we just want to just tell you kind of what happened and what's going on. At the end of the day, I don't think this really impacts us specifically in southeastern Wisconsin. We're going to keep doing what we do best, right? Which is not pay attention to our competition, but we're just going to pay attention to you, the agent, and you're going to pay attention to your clients, right? And we share all that to show you that in southeast Wisconsin, Keller Williams agents are the most productive of any of the brands. You guys outsell and outpace your competitor, and it's not even close, right? Your growth over the last several years, even the last year, has been beyond what any other brokerage could want, okay? So we're here to say, here's what happened. Let's let go of that noise, and let's get back to doing what we do really well, which is service our clients. I love this chart.
Does anyone have questions in regards to the Real Remax thing?
Can I hear that?
Yes, you can. Yeah, this will all be available to share. But that is, of the brands, there's only one that really has any real trajectory positively. So, and then just to wrap it up, the what's winning. If you notice, this chart actually is looking year over year, spring market to spring market. We thought that was a little more important than just month to month. Mm-hmm. So if you look at March and April of 25, you'll notice the average list price went from about $415 to $463. I think that's huge. I think you guys need to make sure you see that, and I'm sure you're feeling it, right? You're feeling it with the offers that you're writing. But there was a huge jump in the average price. And then we're still at the 103%. I feel like that's almost average for our market this time of year. Earnest money, about the same at 1.5%. Inspections are a little worrisome, but I'm not writing it. So a lot of people are waiving their home inspections right now. Okay, so make sure you're just having those conversations with your buyer. And I know Peter Gossman posted something kind of funny on the MKE page yesterday. It's funny. He basically was like, me to buyer, so many people are waiving their home inspections in order to get the deals done. The buyer says, okay, great, let's waive it. Great, here, sign this form saying I told you not to waive it. And that's how it feels. And I understand that. I will say, though, 44% of deals are getting inspection contingencies in their accepted offers. So think about how you can leverage some of those tools in your tool belt to get those inspections done. And then last but not least, that very bottom number, co-broke compensation, you guys are getting paid. You're getting paid more than you were pre-lawsuit. So keep up the good work.
Know your worth.
Know your worth. That's all I had.
All right, any questions on any of that, especially the like real RE/MAX stuff?
She knows a lot about RE/MAX.
I may or may not have 9 appointments coming from RE/MAX in the next week and a
I have a
half.
question about it. Are they going to go to brick and mortar, or are they going to?
So actually, okay, so Jason Abrams touched on this yesterday. Right now, the way that it works is specifically that they went from here. Well, they did. They went from cloud-based, and then they went from specifically, they had 33,200 agents with Real. They're no longer going to be cloud-based. Obviously, they purchased a 1973 structure, right? So 8,500 offices now have to basically take care of 148,000 agents. They don't know the details. The franchise owners were basically in the cloud yesterday. Were blindsided yesterday. Several of them have reached out. The local ones have reached out to the agents, and some of those agents have shared the internal emails that took place. I have copies of them, so those agents are coming to meet with us. That's all I can tell you, is that hopefully we win some amazing agents out of it. But like she said, keep just doing the best that you can do for your clients, and don't get caught up in any of it, because it doesn't affect us. Except for that, we can gain, company dollar profit share, and you guys can have some amazing allied agents to work alongside with you. Yeah. Any other questions specifically about the Real or RE/MAX situation? All right. What do you guys got for coming soon and buyers needs? Miss Jolene.
I have 2. I have a 3-bed, 3-bath ranch in Oak Creek.
And if you'll say who you are and who you're with. Yeah, come on, y'all. Who you are, who you're with, and where you got it from.
Realty. Both of these are from my sphere. 3-bed, 3-bath ranch in Oak Creek, a half mile from the lake. 1995 build, maybe. It's a really cute ranch, great rec room, could be a 4th bedroom with an egress put in. 525, looking at doing an off market if possible. And then I will have a 3-bedroom, 1 full, 2 half bath in Franklin. Probably about 500. That's about 76th and Rawson-esque, just south of that.
All right. Tanya, you had your hand up.
Yep, we have Tanya Nesbicky, Connected Real Estate. We have a listing going live on Thursday in Mukwonago. The exterior photos are out there right now. It's delayed, but the interior are getting done as we speak. It is built in 2000. It has 3 bedrooms, first floor laundry. It's at $539,900.
Okay, awesome. All right, what else do you guys got? Yes, Royce.
Royce Fortier, I'm just by myself at KW. Going live on
Never
Friday.
alone.
Yeah, right. A listing going live on Friday, 64th in Cleveland, $299,900. It's 4 bedrooms, 1 full bath, and 2 half baths, fenced in yard, 1.5 car garage. Like, it's a really nice home, brand new roof within the last 2 years. So that'll be going live Friday. So.
Awesome. All right, Jean Greco's.
Tony Jean Greco with the Mind Right Realty Group. We've got a couple properties here. So we've got a listing that'll be launching on the MLS next week, but they would potentially be open to something off market over asking price with favorable terms and conditions, including a 60-day occupancy. And this is a 3-bed, 1 full bath, about a 8,000 square foot ranch, nice fenced in backyard with a partial finished basement for $280 on South 66th Street, like 66th and Oklahoma. We also have a Bayview off market that we're getting prepped for the MLS that will entertain off market offers. It's a 3-bed, 1 full bath bungalow over on Linebarger Terrace. Also have an Oak Creek 2-bed, 2 full bath condo off market right now at $290, getting prepped for the MLS. That's on Stratford Road, 2-car attached garage. We have an off market 3-bed, 3-bed, 1 full bath, 1,500 square foot ranch, 2.5-car detached garage on a larger lot. South 75th Street, off market right now at $320. And then that's all for now.
All right, awesome. Cameron.
I saved the best for last, right off of 38 and Locust, you guys. But this is a great property. I'm Tamarack Cook, Pinnacle Group. But the best part is my seller is super motivated. You guys know this information before anybody else does. It's a 6-bedroom, 2 full bathroom.
Oh, wow.
So anybody looking to do like a group home or something of that type of nature, my seller has to sell, does not want to, but is very motivated with the price. Has new roof on there, new windows on there, new deck, had no intentions of going anywhere. However, the garage is in need of some TLC, so it's not going to qualify for your FHA financing on there, but it's listed at $225, but don't let that number stop you guys. I would say just get in and schedule a showing. The house must sell.
Jennifer Mackis online has a Greenfield bungalow on Cold Spring Road, 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,700 square feet, 2-car garage, partially finished basement, very well maintained. Owners have lived in the property 26 years.
How much?
Jennifer, what's the price? If she doesn't respond, maybe she already got off, so you guys can message her.
I'm sorry, I forgot.
Yeah.
I'm signing paperwork today at 3. Off market, 3-bed, 1.5 bath ranch, New Berlin, listing on half an acre. We're going to be off market, I think, at $390. There's some foundation work that needs to be done, a tree that needs to be removed. They are open to off-market offers, but it would have to be very attractive for them not to do the work and put it on and potentially generate multiple offers. So if you have any New Berlin buyers, please let us know. Send all inquiries to ops@mindrighthomes.com for Alex.
Is that 150 or 46, like Western New Berlin? Is it like around here, or more like out?
Yeah. It's like off Moreland.
Okay.
Yeah.
325 to 350 is what Jennifer said, likely between there. So reach out to her if you guys have any questions, and then.
Yeah, 5-3.
It's right off Moreland and National.
Cool. Thanks.
All right. Anybody else? Did you have your?
I have one
Yeah.
excluded flip opportunity. It's not for every flipper because it's got a $50,000 to $65,000 basement repair. Like the one back wall literally collapsed and all of the mud from the yard and basement walls, like in the basement. It's a complete mess. So it's going to be a little more than most flips. It's 52nd in Cleveland. It's $125, expecting to get a little more though. And the basement repair is about $60, and the rest of the house is really nice and doesn't need a ton of work. So.
How many bedrooms?
3, 1.5, 1,100 square foot ranch brick.
All right, guys. Any other?
I'll mention one other one.
Yeah.
We have a cabin coming up. I should say cabin. It's a year-round house, but it's on Puckaway Lake, so it's about 2 hours from here. It'd be $475. It's a log cabin-y style house. Nice garage. It's got its own private boat launch in the yard. 3-bedroom loft, big like 2-story living room ceiling, new kitchen. So $475 vacation property and or year-round house.
Your previous one, what city was that in?
Milwaukee.
Okay. We were trying to figure it out.
Jeremy, how big is that lot on the up north?
Yeah, it's probably a good half to 2/3. It's on a channel. It's not on the open water, but you can get to the open water in a minute.
Is that excluded or?
Super confident about that.
All right.
Yeah.
Jeremy, do you have a dog?
Jolene.
I totally forgot about a buyer need. I had a nonprofit come to me. They are looking to start buying some duplexes or very interested in possible single families that are larger. They're going to be sort of like group homes, but it's gonna be like after the group home, their next step. So if anybody has
Cameron just
anything-
mentioned one that's a potential group home.
Like, that's perfect. Well, they want, and they would like different areas.
But they're just starting out, so you gotta start somewhere.
What areas are they looking for?
Let's talk.
Generally speaking.
South
of 94? North
South or north.
Got
They're
it.
they're open, but they would like it to be in a less crime-ridden neighborhood. That's what they're hoping.
Their words.
That's their words. Honestly, because they don't want it to be around drugs and alcohol.
Yeah, they don't want triggers.
Yeah, right.
All right, Veronica.
Veronica, I got a buyer need for Muskego, 4-bedroom, 2-bath.
Okay, what price?
Not positive, so just kind of open right now.
What are they pre-approved for?
850.
Okay.
I don't want to go that high.
Okay.
I do actually have a buyer need. If anyone has the inside scoop on a condo in like the Greenfield area, some of those older condos that have like oversized large patios. She's downsizing. She wants a large area for her potted plants and her gardening, and it's just hard to find with some of the newer ones. You guys know what I'm talking about? There's that little pocket in between like Grange and like Edgerton. In that Greenfield, like all those different little condos. Yeah. We've been keeping our eyes out for some there. She really likes those style with a little bit of character and charm. But and she can purchase up to I think $300,000. She could do cash. And she's a really sweet forever client. That this is going to be her final home. So we really want to find something cool that she can really enjoy. So if you get the inside scoop on any off-market condo. Ranch would be preferred, or as long as there's a full bath and bedroom on the main floor, it's okay if there's a second upper. Jay, you got something cooking?
Does she smoke?
Does she smoke?
I got one coming on this.
Does she need to? You can make this work, bro.
Maybe in the letter.
Hardcore, more of an edible lady, but.